Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking Clean and Everything Between. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I will share with you my second experience with the meal kit everyplate. If you're new or in case you missed, I will leave the video link of my first time trying everyplate in the description box below. So I did reach out to their customer service and they credit my account with the total amount of the first box, which was $27. The second box cost $34, so they applied the $27 and I paid an extra $7 for a total of 8 meals between the two boxes. The first box was missing 2 meals, 1 meal was not a meal that I had selected, and some of the items were not so fresh. So let's open the second box and see if they made things right. They always include an envelope with some offers, and that's usually the first thing you see when you open the box. Okay guys, I do see 5 meal cards and they are the meals I selected. So far, so good. And my choices for this box are yellow rice chicken bowl, creamy Dijon chicken, soy glazed pork meatloaf, Saucy cumin lime chicken tacos, and Panko ranch pork chops. Now let's check the ingredients. All ingredients are packed in this cooler bag, and when you open, you see the ingredients inside. Usually they put the meats in the bottom with some ice packs, and everything else would be inside of a smaller box on top. I find this a little messy, but it keeps the waste to a minimum, so I guess I would just suck it up and deal with it. So here's the ingredients inside of that smaller box, which I got some flour tortilla, green onions, carrots, rice, all the condiments, some sour cream, zucchini, some poblano. I also got a jalapeno that I didn't show in here, but I got some garlic, some onions, limes, a lemon. My potatoes are nice and fresh this time. They look good. Some panko. And for the meats, it came with 2 packs of chicken breast strips, a pack of ground pork, a pack of boneless pork chops, and 1 pack of boneless chicken breast. And they put the meats under this ice pack. Now it's time to get into cooking. I will start with the yellow rice chicken bowl, and the add-ons are salt and pepper, butter, sugar, and cooking oil. For the rice, add 1 tablespoon of butter to a pan and melt over medium heat. Add some minced garlic, cooking until fragrant. Now add the rice, the chicken stock concentrate, stir, add 1 teaspoon of Southwest spice, 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 cup of water, a pinch of salt. Bring to a boil, reduce the heat to low, and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. While rice cooks, add to a small bowl some sliced onions, juice from a half a lime, 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar, a pinch of salt, and set aside to pickle. Into a separate bowl, combine some sour cream with a squeeze of lime juice. Add 1 teaspoon of water at a time until mixture reaches a drizzling consistency. Then season with salt and pepper and set aside. Back with the rice. After 15 minutes is done, so keep covered and off the heat until it's ready to serve. Now add to a pan over medium heat some olive oil, add the diced poblano, the remaining sliced onions, cooking until browned for about 4 to 6 minutes. In the meantime, pat and dry the chicken, season with salt and pepper, and add to the pan, cooking for about 4 to 6 minutes. If you have never tried a meal delivery kit, this is pretty awesome and easy. All you have to do is go to their website, you will create an account, then you select all your options, the options that work best for you and your family, then you select the meals you would like. From there, you will receive your box. They always include these step-by-step meal cards for every meal you selected, and it's very easy to follow, so literally anyone can cook. With the chicken nice and browned, add 1 tablespoon of butter, remaining Southwest spice, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, a squeeze of lime juice, and mix everything well. Before plating, fluff the rice and add a squeeze of lime. Now divide the rice and chicken between the 2 plates. Top with some pickled onions, and finish with a drizzle of the lime crema. And here you have it, yellow rice chicken bowl. For the second meal, we will make the Panko ranch pork chops. The add-ons are salt and pepper and cooking oil. Start by cutting the potatoes and carrots into wedges. Add to a baking sheet. Season with salt and pepper. A drizzle of olive oil. And roast for 25 to 30 minutes at 425. Meanwhile, add the pork chops into a bag and pound both sides. Now combine some lemon zest, Panko, and half of the ranch spice. Now add some sour cream to a plate. Coat the pork on both sides. Now add the pork to the panko mixture, coating both sides again. Add a layer of oil to a pan over medium heat. Once the oil is nice and hot, add the pork and cook until golden brown for about 3 to 5 minutes per side. While the pork cooks, add to a bowl some sour cream, the remaining ranch spice, stir a squeeze of lemon juice, mix well and set aside. The pork is nice and golden, so go ahead and transfer to a paper towel lined plate. Everything is nice and done, so let's plate it. Divide the pork, carrots, and potatoes between the two plates. Add a side of zesty dipping sauce and finish with a lemon wedge. And here we have meal number 2, Panko Ranch pork chops. If you enjoy videos like this, click the like button, become a part of the family by subscribing, and click the bell to be the first one to know of new videos. Meal number 3 is creamy Dijon chicken. The add-ons are salt and pepper, butter, and cooking oil. And here's a spoiler alert, this was the best meal out of this box. It was packed with flavors, everything went well together, so this was definitely our favorite. So let me show you how I made it. Start by dicing the potatoes, halve the zucchini lengthwise and slice crosswise into half moons. Slice the scallions, separating the whites from the greens, and finally chop the garlic. After that, add the potatoes and zucchini to a baking sheet. Season with some salt and pepper to taste. A drizzle of oil. Add half of the Italian seasoning to the potatoes and roast for about 20 to 25 minutes at 425. Now let's prep the chicken. I did think that the breasts were a little too thick, so I went ahead and sliced them in the middle, not all the way, just kind of like sliced, just like that, almost like butterflying. Then I pat it dry. And then I season the chicken with the rest of the Italian seasoning. Now add a drizzle of oil to a pan over medium heat. Add the chicken, cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes per side. The chicken is done, so remove from the pan, let it rest, and slice crosswise. In the same pan, add some oil, garlic, and the white scallions, and cook until fragrant. Stir in the chicken stock concentrate, mustard, water, mix everything well. Now turn off the heat, add the butter, some black pepper to taste, and sour cream. Now stir until all combined. It's time to eat. Divide the zucchini, potatoes, and chicken between the two plates. Drizzle the chicken with the sauce. Sprinkle the plate with the scallions, and meal number 3 is done. Creamy Dijon chicken, our favorite. Meal number 4 is soy glazed pork meatloaf. The add-ons for this recipe is salt and pepper, butter, sugar, and ketchup. Start by cutting the carrots, chopping the garlic, and thinly slicing the scallions, separating the whites from the greens. Into a bowl, add the ground pork, the sriracha, garlic, scallion whites, some panko, and now I did use by mistake the whole panko they provide in the first meal, so luckily I had some home. Now season with salt and pepper. Mix everything well. Divide the meat in two and shape your loaves. Transfer the meatloaves to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Add the carrots to the other side. Season with salt and pepper. A drizzle of oil, and roast for 20 minutes at 425. Meanwhile, in a small bowl, combine soy sauce, garlic powder, sugar, ketchup. Mix everything together and set aside. And just to remind you, don't worry, I will list all ingredients and ingredient amounts in the description box for you. Dice and place the potatoes into a medium pot with water, bring to a boil and cook until tender for about 12 to 15 minutes. Drain and set aside. Once meatloaves and carrots have roasted for 20 minutes, remove from the oven, cover the loaves with the soy glazed, and return to the oven and cook for an additional 5 minutes. Now melt 2 tablespoons of butter into a pot, add some garlic, cook for about 30 seconds or until fragrant, add the potatoes, season with some black pepper, add 1/4 of a teaspoon of wasabi, and mash until smooth. Meatloaves and carrots are done, so it's time to eat. Go ahead and divide the meatloaves, mashed potatoes, and carrots between the 2 plates. Add a side of soy glazed, sprinkle with scallion greens, and like that, you have meal number 4, soy glazed pork meatloaves. And for the last meal of this box, we have Saucy Cumin Lime Chicken Tacos. The add-ons for this meal are salt and pepper, sugar, and oil. Halve, peel, and thinly slice an onion, zest and quarter a lime, chop some garlic, and thinly slice the jalapeno into rounds. Into a bowl, combine the chicken, garlic, chicken stock concentrate, soy sauce, some lime juice, sugar, chili powder, cumin, salt and pepper to taste, stir all together and set aside. Now into a small microwave safe bowl, combine some of the sliced onions, some jalapeno, a drizzle of lime juice, sugar, water, some salt. Mix well and microwave for 30 seconds and set aside. Into a separate bowl, combine the sour cream, lime zest, salt, add some water little by little until the mixture reaches a drizzling consistency. Add a drizzle of oil into a pan over medium heat. Add the remaining onion, cooking until tender, about 4 to 6 minutes. Now add the chicken and cook until browned for another 4 to 6 minutes. In the meantime, wrap the tortillas in a damp paper towel and microwave until warm for about 30 seconds or so. Now let's serve. Divide the tortillas between the two plates. Fill the tortillas with the saucy cumin lime chicken. Top your tacos with the pickled veggies. Finish with a drizzle of zesty crema and a lime wedge. And give it up to meal number 5, the saucy cumin lime chicken tacos. Now for my honest review and opinion. I have to say I did have an awful first impression of everyplate, but I'm glad I decided to give them a second chance and try this again. Their customer service was absolutely fantastic, so now I will give this meal kit a 5 out of 5. Everyplate is by far the most affordable service like in the market. The website and recipe cards are very easy to understand. They have great customer service. All you have to do is select your meal, wait for the box to arrive, look at the cards to see what goes with what, cook and enjoy. I am absolutely thrilled to say that my first experience was just a fluke. All 5 meals from this box were very, very tasty and we were very satisfied after. As always, I'm so grateful to have you in my kitchen and I hope to see you next week. Ciao!